Our class makes heavy use of graphing calculators, and we will rely on them quite a bit for graphs. However, knowledge of these 6 basic functions will go a long way to helping you understand what you're doing on your calculator. So first off, the function y equals x is fairly easy to catch on to. If y is equal to x, then there would be a dot at 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and so on. So the graph is going to be a straight line that just splits quadrant 1 and 3. Notice that there is a dot at the origin. Likewise, y equals x squared has a dot at the origin. There's also a dot at 1, 1, because 1 squared is still 1. 2, 4, 2 squared is 4. 3, 8, and of course that goes beyond our graph after that. The graph of the quadratic would curve up through these dots. Now this curve has a name. Likewise, it would be over on the other side. In fact, these pattern of dots are symmetric about the y-axis. That means it's a mirror image over here. And as I mentioned, the name of this graph is a parabola. So to carry on the trend, the graph of x cubed will likewise have a dot right at the origin. On the right side of the y-axis, it very much resembles the quadratic. There will be a dot at 1, 1. Now 2 cubed, 2 to the 3rd power, is 8. And so real quickly it goes beyond the scale on the y-axis. Likewise, there's a dot at -1, -1, and -2, -8. So the side over here is just inverted from the side over here. So let me point out that the graph of square root of x, there's a reason why it's called square root of x, is very much like the graph of x squared, only instead of going vertically, it's going sideways. As with all the previous graphs, there is a dot at the origin. There's also a dot at 1, 1, square root of 1 is 1. At 4, 2, square root of 4 is 2. And 8, 3. So in that regards, it has the same shape as the graph of x squared. Only this one is going sideways instead of vertical. And there's no bottom part to it. It's just that. To carry on the trend, the graph of cube root of x has a dot at 0, 0, 1, 1. You notice that's real common in all the graphs that we've been looking at. And there's a dot at 8, 2, way out here. So again, this looks a lot like the graph of x cubed, only it's going sideways. Unlike the square and square root, however, this one does have a graph on the other side. And so this graph, you'll notice, has the same shape as the graph of x cubed, only it's going sideways. So our last graph here is the absolute value. Now, to get the absolute value on your calculator, you can use the MATH button, scroll over to NUM, and the very first item on that list is ABS, which stands for the absolute value. This likewise is pretty easy to remember, however. So that we don't get out of our habit, there is a dot right at the origin. So you see something in common in all 6 of these graphs, hopefully. The right side of the graph is going to look just like the graph of y equals x. It's going to split quadrant 1. However, the left side is going to split quadrant 2.